Imagine you are standing in a forest 15,000 years ago, no city behind you, no road, no phone, no weapon except a sharpened stick and whatever rocks are near your feet, and 20 meters ahead of you, half hidden in the trees, there is a wolf. It is not running, it is not attacking, it is just watching you, still, patient, waiting. Every instinct in your body is screaming the same thing. Do not move, do not breathe, do not make eye contact. But one human, one specific human, on one specific night in history, did something different. They reached into their bag, pulled out a piece of meat, and threw it toward the wolf. We don't know if they were brave. We don't know if they were desperate. We don't even know if they survived the night. But whatever happened after that throw changed both species forever. This is that story. Before we talk about what happened, you need to understand what the wolf was, not what you think it was. What it actually was 15,000 years ago, the wolf was the most successful large predator on the planet, not the lion, not the bear, the wolf. It lived on every continent except Antarctica and Australia. From the Arctic to the desert, from the mountains to the coast, it could run at 60 kilometers per hour and maintain that speed for hours. Its nose was 100,000 times more sensitive than a human nose. It could smell a single drop of blood from 3 kilometers away. It hunted in coordinated packs, not just chasing, planning. One group would drive the prey. Another group would cut off the escape route. Another would wait at the end. Sound familiar? Wolves were doing what humans thought only humans could do. They were working as a team. They were communicating. They were strategizing. Humans were terrified of wolves, and they were right to be. An adult wolf weighed up to 80 kilograms. Its jaw pressure could crush bone. It could track a wounded animal for 3 days without stopping. Ancient humans didn't hunt wolves. They avoided them. They built fires at night specifically to keep wolves away. Fire was the only thing standing between a human camp and a wolf pack. So the question is, how on earth did we end up sharing a bed with one? Here is the thing about ancient humans that most people underestimate. We were not strong. We were not fast. We had no claws, no fangs, no armor, no venom. A wolf could outrun us. A bear could outfight us. An eagle could see further than us. On paper, humans had no business surviving at all. But we had 3 things that no other animal had ever combined before. We had fire. We had the ability to plan across seasons. Not just today's food, but next month's food, next winter's food. And we had language. The ability to share information across time. To tell the next generation what the last generation learned, the wolf was a better hunter than us. Faster, stronger, better senses. But the wolf couldn't tell its cubs where the elk would be in January. It couldn't warn its pack about a drought coming 3 months away. It couldn't remember what its grandmother learned about which plants were poisonous. We could do all of that. The wolf had better hardware. We had better software. And those 2 things, as it turned out, were about to become extremely valuable to each other. Here is the part that nobody tells you. We did not tame the wolf. The wolf tamed itself. This is not a metaphor. This is what the science actually shows. It started with scavenging. Human hunting groups were successful enough to leave leftovers. Bones, fat, scraps of meat, things humans didn't want. Wolves noticed. Not all wolves came close. Most stayed far away because wolves, like most wild animals, have a flight distance, a point at which the presence of a human triggers them to run. But in every wolf population, there were always a few individuals whose flight distance was slightly shorter than the others, slightly less afraid, slightly more curious. Those wolves got closer to the human camp. They got the scraps. They ate better. They survived better. Their puppies inherited that slightly shorter flight distance. Generation after generation, nobody planned this. Nobody decided this. The wolves that happened to be less afraid of humans kept getting rewarded with food. And the wolves that ran? They got nothing. Over thousands of generations. Without a single human making a single deliberate choice, a new kind of wolf was emerging. One that could tolerate humans nearby, one that had learned genetically that humans meant food, and then something happened that accelerated everything. A human picked up a puppy. We don't know exactly when this happened, somewhere between 15,000 and 40,000 years ago, depending on which evidence you follow. We don't know who did it. Man, woman, child. We have no idea, but at some point, a human came across a wolf puppy, possibly orphaned, possibly separated from its pack, and instead of killing it or leaving it, they picked it up. And here is why that moment was inevitable. The human brain has a specific response to certain physical features: large eyes relative to face size, round head, small nose, chubby limbs. We call it baby schema. It is a hardwired biological trigger that makes us want to protect and care for whatever has those features. Human babies have it, but so do wolf puppies. Exactly the same features: large eyes, round head, soft body. The moment a human picked up a wolf puppy, their brain responded the same way it responded to a human infant. Feed it, protect it, keep it close. And the puppy, raised from birth around humans, imprinted on human faces and human smells and human voices, didn't develop a wild wolf's fear of people. It grew up thinking humans were its pack. That puppy became the first dog, not through a breeding program, not through science. Through one moment of someone picking up something small and soft and deciding not to put it down. And when that dog grew up, both sides discovered something neither had expected. The first domesticated wolves changed what humans could do completely. That nose, 100,000 times more sensitive than a human nose, was now working for the hunting group. The wolf could track prey that had passed hours ago. It could smell predators approaching from kilometers away. It could find wounded animals that had run into dense forest where no human could follow. Human hunting success went up immediately. More food, less risk, less energy spent tracking. But the wolf got something too: guaranteed food without the exhausting cooperative hunt, shelter from the cold, protection from competing predators who were afraid of human fire and human weapons. And something stranger happened that nobody predicted. Dogs and humans developed the ability to read each other's faces, not just dogs reading humans, humans reading dogs. A dog can follow a human pointing finger and understand it means look over there, not look at this hand. No other animal can do this instinctively. Not even chimpanzees, our closest relatives. And humans learn to read a dog's expression. A tail position, an ear angle, a low growl versus a playful bark. Two completely different species developed a shared communication system. In evolutionary terms, that is almost impossible. It happened once, with us, with them. And it happened because of one human who threw a piece of meat towards something that terrified them. We tell this story as if humans were the clever ones. We tamed the wolf. We domesticated the dog. We took a wild predator and made it obedient. But look at it from the wolf's side for a moment. The wolf found the one creature on Earth that would provide it with food, shelter, warmth, and protection. It walked toward the fire, the one thing every wild animal was afraid of, because it had learned that on the other side of that fire was safety. It gave up its wild pack, its territory, its independence, and in return, it became the most numerous large predator that has ever existed on this planet. 1 billion dogs alive today, in every climate. In every human home, the wolf didn't lose when it walked toward that fire. It made the single best deal in the history of the animal kingdom. We think we chose the dog, but maybe, just maybe, the dog chose us first and we were just too slow to notice. Slow down. Think a little.